How's it going, everybody? This is Ben from BenCatZenker, and today we are playing more Overwatch. So I decided to do some event predictions for like skins and such, things like that. I do want to show you though what I think they're gonna have for a Hanzo skin. Let me add this real quick. So you know how in the Reflections comic, was it the Reflections comic? I don't even remember. So in the Reflections comic, we saw some, oh, what was it? It was like that Xmas comic or whatever. Know what I mean? Anyway, so we saw a comic like that, and Hanzo had like a new look to him, as if he's like living a new life and stuff. He's got, yeah, he's just got his new life going on. It's really interesting to see that, but I think that would be cool if we had that as like a skin. And I want to show that off real quick. I want to show off some of that I found recently. Yeah, so let me just get this here. It's not the best, but it is what it is. Yeah, this one right here. So this is kind of what I think will happen with the Hanzo skin. I think this is like the first legendary Hanzo skin we will get, and I'm going to go ahead and queue up let me also get rid of Skype off of here. I think that'll, nah, I'm not gonna do that. We'll just skip that for now. Anyway, let's queue up. We're gonna do Mystery Heroes for a little while and just kind of play and just kind of chill. I'm gonna turn on the volume because I know that my voice is not that loud. I know that for a fact. Turn this down a little bit to like maybe like 5. How's 5 looking for like a volume level? Is that good? What about my audio level? I don't want to have to re-record it because that would suck so much. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and talk a little bit loud, I guess. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Okay, so I heard that Symmetra's getting a skin, and most likely, given that I think it was Jeff Kaplan that said there would be like three freaking like Overwatch like Hanzo skins or something like that. Like he says that there was something like Hanzo skins, something like that. I don't know. But I know that we will be getting a lot of those. We'll be getting I don't know. I'm just gonna keep this up on the screen. It's by Mobius Loop. Yeah. On Tumblr. And I think that we'll be getting this as a Hanzo skin as well as a Symmetra skin, I believe. Can't remember what it was though. I can't remember what was going on there. Sorry that took a little bit though. I'll take this off the screen. Wish I could do face cam, but I have to set that up sometime. Right now it's currently not working too good. So, oh, but okay, so speaking of events, last event I got Blackwatch Genji and McCree. And I was really happy about that. Who else did I get? I can't remember. I got Orisa's skin, but I just kind of prefer this one because, like, I like the facial expressions. And then, oh, what else did I get? No, I think, and I got like Torbs, but I don't know. I just prefer the Santa. Santa Torb is the best Torb. But yeah. So, anyway, let's talk about some predictions for the event. Now we kind of know that. Oh God, that lag. All right. No, it's good. It's good now. But I need to turn off internet here. Alright, come on. Let's do this. Let's do this. Tank meta, yep. You got it. Tank meta indeed. Anyway, so, I'm probably gonna turn off the mics for both of these actually. I don't want to be in. I don't want to be in either of those. I just kind of want solid gameplay right now. No real talking in the background because it's just going to distract me. I'm not going to be able to play as because I usually do because I'm going to have to like hear everything. I should have turned up sensitivity on the audio rather. So anyway, my prediction is that we'll get that Hanzo skin. We might get something like a... People are saying that we might get something like in that one picture. who I can't remember who the artist was, but it was one of the artists of Overwatch. There was like a picture in one of the comics or the shorts where it was supposedly inaccurate, and Reaper was supposed to be in his mask, I think, by then. I cannot remember it for the life of me right now, but I think you all know what I'm talking about. The one where they're like where Tracer's in the black and orange suit, and Reyes is there, Morrison, all those guys. So then, what else we have is that we have the. So those could be skins, but I really highly doubt that because we already got lore-based skins, and I feel like it would be a little while before we get another lore-based event. So, keeping that in mind, probably horrible play as Azaria. Oh no, okay. And then so keeping that in mind though, we might get some of those. We probably won't. Just going based off of the theme of the event, it's gonna be an anniversary event. So I could see new Hanzo because he doesn't really have a comic yet beyond that. I clicked out of my game. Beyond that, he doesn't really have a comic for that new skin of his, if he even gets that skin. So modern Hanzo, or Hipster Hanzo as he is called by the fandom, he doesn't really have anything going for him aside from the fact that he was seen in a few panels in the Reflections comic. So what I could see them calling the skin is like Reflection Hanzo. I don't know. That seems legit. Or Redemption Hanzo, something like that. I don't know. I feel like that would be really cool. But I'm not getting my hopes up. But I am trying to get to like about 3,000 coins. Excuse me. Before the event. Yeah, this is such a professional video, right? We're professional here at Ben Katzinger. No, but I don't know. I'm gonna release this before editing. I don't want to like take the time to edit it, and then like by the time it might be edited, by the time we figure out how to do all of that, it could be the event is already over potentially because we don't know how long it takes to edit videos like this. So we're just gonna be talking for a little while and grinding and talking and making predictions about what we think will happen in the event. So we've talked about some skins, and honestly I'm most hyped about the Hanzo skin. You can tell I've been talking about it for a little bit now, and I'm terribly sorry, but there will be a legendary Symmetra skin. There's predicted to be something like that. And it would also appear that the Sombra sitting emote might be an event item. Kinda not happy about that, kinda happy about that, I guess. Because at least I might get it, but at the same time it's like I'm not gonna have a lot of time. I have summer classes because I failed this one course by like a small margin. So that's kind of, you know, I'm still salty about it. But the fact that I'll have maybe even some time to get it, and maybe I might even get it, you know, depending on how many coins I can get before the event ends, then maybe, just maybe, things could happen there. And whoa, do you all hear my computer? That's intense. It's been doing that lately. I don't know what's up. It's been doing that lately though, and it's a little bit concerning. I'm probably dropping frames like crazy. My cat's coming to check it out. She's very concerned about the noise. I'm a little bit concerned about the noise. I'll be flat out honest with you. I don't even know if you can hear me right now because it's that loud. But I'm gonna keep talking. Okay, well then it cooled down completely. So I might need to like go in there, like open it up sometime, and just dust it out a little. That could be something that I could do to help that. But it would be a very careful process. How's it recording? It's still recording very good. Okay. Albeit with a little bit of lag, but that is totally okay with me. The gameplay is still pretty solid here. If you count, running on potato graphics is solid, of course. But this is actually how I usually run the game, actually, to be honest with you. Like, this is literally how I usually run the game. I can't run it any smaller than this either, like window size wise. I cannot. So this is really the only settings I can run it on very smoothly, as sad as that is. But if I ever get like a new computer, or if I ever get like build my own computer or something, I could potentially get streaming capabilities, like streaming with Facecam maybe. That's what I'm kind of hoping to do. Anyway, predictions for the event. We'll stay on the topic. We'll stay focused here. Okay, so we have the Hanzo skin, we have a Symmetra skin coming. We already know what the Hanzo skin's going to be, if anything. And I think it's kind of clear that, I don't know, we'll get some emotes, we'll get some highlight intros, I know that. I'm just hoping, like, do you think that they'll release something for Junkrat or Roadhog? Because I don't know. I don't feel like they would. But at the same time, it was either Junkrat or Roadhog. No, Roadhog was like really up there in the items. Like I know he has a few new items. So for like round 1 of the anniversary event, I know that he's getting some new stuff. They're both getting new stuff. If they get like a matching spray again, that's gonna be amazing. I should have voted for the healing. They're really bad. Poor Lucio. But yeah, right now I'm trying to put on a failed effort of getting EXP, and I should like hit group up with random people, right? I should. At the same time, I don't really want to yet because we lost that round, and people aren't likely to join. I might put on skirmish. I might. I don't know yet though. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. No, actually, let's just leave it here. Let's just go through the highlight intros that I have so far. So I don't really have anything for Ana yet. Now let's kind of go through it actually as we talk. So one thing that I noticed is like there's a lot of Junkrat and Roadhog sprays now. There's a lot of things that where they match together or something. Like, are they gonna hurry up and confirm them as a couple? Like, I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for it. Don't hate on the ship. I'm waiting for it though. Anyway, so more things that could come in the event. Something I haven't touched on yet is there's going to be a special game mode apparently, like a I don't know if it'll be anything like the Uprising one. I highly doubt it, and that's just personally because it's like, you know, they made one big PvE, and it took them like, and it was a little bit glitchy at the end, and that took them a while in itself. Oh, I guess we're all soldiers now. But that took them a while in itself just to make that PvE map in the event, and just to get it to the point where it was, even with a little bit of bugs here and there. In case anyone didn't notice, if after you hacked all of the terminals and then you protected the payload till it started up and running, when you get that first Sentry Buster, I'm going to call it Sentry Buster because I actually literally forgot the name of it, and it looks like a Sentry Buster. Except for purple, of course. It looks like a purple Sentry Buster that's flying. Anyway, aside from that, there was that first one, that first Sentry Buster, where there's like a table that's propped up against a wall. If you knock the Sentry Buster onto the table, it'll just stay there, and you literally don't have to kill it at all. And I don't know if this was another bug. I'm just listing out some bugs that I noticed, potential bugs anyway. I don't know if it was intentional or not. It could have been intentional. Anyway, so one other thing that I noticed would be that there was this little thing where if the Sentry Buster was coming towards the payload when you had to protect it, if you used Reinhardt, or if you used a race and you put the shield right up on the payload, like just right up, just barely, you know, barely on top of it or whatever, just right up along the side of it, you could literally let the Null Sector Sentry Buster explode without repercussion. Like, it wouldn't do any damage to the payload. If you did it just right. If you did it just right, it would not do any damage, and that was amazing. I don't know if that was intentional, but that could have been an intentional strat, so that, you know, it might have just been a little bug. I don't know. I feel like that could have been a bug, but it could have also been left in. And my PC's doing it again. It's very concerning. Last time it did that, it was starting to die. I don't know how long I've had this thing. It's time to look into dusting it out, seeing if that'll help. Anyway, so because of the whole PvE event, some people are thinking, oh, what if they make another one? And here's what I say about that. I doubt that they're going to make another PvE event so soon after the one that they already made. And again, I stressed earlier because it took them so much time to get this one working, like the map that we got working, like the Uprising map. I'm doubtful that they made one within like a few weeks, because I mean that took them some time to make. They were developing that probably for a little while. But here's the thing: what if the reason that it took them so long was maybe because like a few parts of the like team who makes the maps were working on 2 separate maps. Maybe they were working on an anniversary map, which could be the case. Whoa, how did I survive that? But I'm doubtful. I have my doubts. It just seems, I don't know, it seems too good to be true. Like, I'd want another map, sure, but at the same time, I don't want temporary PvE things. I want a PvE mode where we can always play it, like a story mode. That would be amazing. Can we just talk about that for a little bit? Like, what they did opens up the potential for a campaign mode, and I'm not really seeing a lot of complaints about that in the community. It seems like just people who are complaining just seem to say, oh, this is a team shooter, you're supposed to work as a team. It's just like, you are working as a team. It's like, it's a PvE, and it's just like, okay, but you know, not everything needs to be PvE. Just because it rooted from PvE doesn't mean it needs to stay that way. You know, if it opens up its game modes a little bit, that opens up potential for more players, which will bring more money to Blizzard. And you can kind of make the connection from there that it's basically going to attract more players, and more player base equals more money. So you have that connection to make at that point. It's just like, I don't know, I wish they would have kept the Uprising in. But at the same time, I do have one issue. This went from predicting the anniversary event to talking about the things that they could have done better with the last event. Anyway, I'm gonna hurry up and move along actually with this topic. But essentially, what they could have done is they could have put the both Uprising modes under one thing. When you click the Uprising button, you'll have a server listing of all heroes or normal. And they didn't do that. They took up 2 spaces, but I think that they're probably working on maybe doing it with 2 spaces, because I feel like what you could do, potentially what you could do is you could put the UI and the arcade like user interface to where all of the elimination modes, including Mystery Duel, by the way. Mystery Duel is elimination technically, or it's a form of it rather. What they could do with that is they could put it all under one elimination tab. You'd have the 3v3, potentially 6v6 in the future, and you'd also have the 1v1 Mystery Duel, all under elimination tab. And yeah, I don't know, I really wish they would have done that. I really wish they would have done something like that, or that they do something like that rather, because I feel like it makes room for more game modes. It's just like, more game modes, well, what about, you know, you're going to be queuing forever? No, not really. The game is popular, the game is very hype. The more game modes you have, just, you know, more fun things for people to play, really, at that point. Because, like, honestly, the player base is plentiful, and it's only growing. And, like, if you've seen the numbers, I think they're at, like, 30 million? Or was it 3 million? I can't remember. It was either 30 million or 3 million. 30's probably stretching it. Or is it? Does Overwatch have 30 million players? Like, for real? I don't know. It's pretty incredible if it does, and like that's really awesome. But yeah. Let's talk about what game mode could come of the new event. Now, what I could see them doing is maybe trying out 6v6, but what doesn't make sense is that we could do that in custom games already. I mean, albeit it's not very popular if you just call a server 6v6, because in the little side tab it tells you how many players versus how many players. But I do think it would be cool if they updated the 3v3 mode to where it had all of the maps. I think that would be nice if it had all elimination maps. Because while it's fun playing on the ice, like the Antarctica one and all, it's just like, it gets kind of old. Like, if you're playing with friends that want to just do like elimination a lot, seeing the same thing over and over gets kind of old. But I mean, it does make you form strategies in it, sure. At the same time, if you had that map diversity added in, I think it would add a more challenge. It would make it more challenging, but it would also make it more fun. That's what I could see happening. I hit my table on accident. Lovely. Anyway, that's what I could see happening, is that they might do something like, hey, this is going to be elimination mode, but with all of the maps. Versus before, where you only had a limited selection of maps. You know, that's potentially something that could happen. Not saying that it will, but it would be interesting if it did. It would be very interesting. But what, I don't know, what do you all think in the comments what will happen with the whole, like, anniversary event game mode? Do you think it'll be something like, I don't know, this is just like the questions I'll propose, and I'll put it in the comments, obviously. I'll put in the comments about, you know, what do you think will be the game mode? If I can upload it before the event, I don't know. Like, if I can somehow get the video uploaded before the event hits, and I think it hits in the morning, so that'll be, I think that's standards that are impossible to meet. At the same time, big content patches happen later in the day usually, I think. I could be wrong about that. Again, I don't remember if I'm right or wrong, because Blizzard times have been, they haven't been consistent, especially with events. And we all know that, especially with what happened when they supposedly, okay, let me catch my tongue here. Supposedly, they accidentally took down the event stuff. Yeah, quote unquote accidentally. But I think that they intended to end it, but they got enough community feedback saying, hey, what the hell is going on with this, to the point where Blizzard devs were like, oh, our bad, that's our bad. We did not mean to do that, totally. It was unintentional. I feel like that's sort of what happened there. Like, I don't feel like that was an accident. It just doesn't feel like one. But hopefully we get a chance to get all the arcade loot boxes in this next event. I would like that. Like, I would appreciate that greatly. I think I'll just call this the road to 2,000, road to 3,000 coins. Obviously, I might not even get to like 2,000. You know, at the rate I'm going. And with all I have to do, I have to help grind for a friend who hears the storm later as well, which is going to be interesting. But either way, I think it'll be neat to see what kind of comes of this event game mode. Could it be a, I don't know, maybe it would be like, okay, so this is an idea I had. So you know how in Team Fortress 2, oh no, Ben, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't compare this game to Team Fortress 2. Never do that. Never do that. Right? That's the sin. That is I have sinned. I am sorry. No, but let's just take a moment to not be salty about Overwatch versus TF2 bullcrap. I like both games. Both games have their goods. Both games have their bads. Right now, this is just a game that I really like, honestly. But so let's cover this. Let's cover this. Okay, so one of the modes in Team Fortress 2 was where you had a large map with multiple control points. Obviously, you kind of have that here. But I've seen another mode in Team Fortress 2, like on certain maps where you had to keep all of them captured, like where you could, but to where the team could take it back, and by the end of the time, whoever had the most points captured, that would be, you know, that would be who wins the match. Is whoever has the most points captured by the time limit. And I can suspect that the games would be about 15 minutes long on the server. I could see that happening. I really can. But if they did something like that, that would be interesting. They have to make a bigger map. Albeit, like, we already sort of have that with the control point mode in general in this one. But we don't have multiple control point maps. To where they're all connected, kind of. You could argue that this is one. But at the same time, I don't feel like this is actually a multiple control point map. I feel like this is more of a, well, it is a multiple control point map, but it's not one where you can take back the control point. It's one where you have to, like, once you get it, you get it. And there's no, like, the other team can't take the point back. But I feel like if you had a map where it was just a constant struggle for a time limit of who does what thing, I feel like that would be interesting. Like, like, which team has captured the most, you know, throughout that whole thing. And I think what else might be interesting is just an all-out, just free-for-all slugfest where we all just go at each other. You know, essentially they'd have to put friendly fire on in the mode, but you'd have like people on all sides of this map. Maybe like some kind of arena, and we'd all just try to kill each other. And whoever made it out last would be the victor. That'd be interesting. That'd be an interesting type of elimination mode if they added that, or if they tried it out. Because when we see that there's a new game mode coming out, it's either going to be a temporary mode, or they're going to add it in. Like, they could actually add it in. Because we don't know what they're going to do. They haven't had a full year of events yet, so we don't know what they're going to do. And again, they're Blizzard. They can always change it if they want to. They can change the way they do things a little bit. So, what you could potentially have is a new elimination mode. You could have a multiple control point map. What else could they do? I mean, you already have a dual mode. I don't know, maybe like a 6v6? They could do that. They could do that. I feel like that would be more just a general content patch, though. That would be like, I don't know. That doesn't seem like something that they do yet. At the same time, the player base is big enough, so they could get away with that. They could do that. They could do it. They could do it. I think that they could. But these are all just ideas that I'm having, and I'd love to hear your ideas on what you think that they will do in the comments below. Again, I state that because I never really get any feedback. To be fair, though, I don't really upload that often because of school stress lately. I just got done with faultless, what was it? Freaking spring semester, yeah. And it was pretty hellish at the end there. I couldn't handle all the stress. I actually got sick from too much stress. Literally got sick from too much stress. And then as soon as I got like a whole week or something, or it felt like a whole week off from doing assignments and other crap like that, it was relieving. Like I've gotten better. Honestly, I have. And I love how I feel right now. Albeit I don't like getting up in the morning. It makes me super groggy when I have to get up for a class that I already took. You know, it's not very motivating when you have to go and take a class you already took. Anyway, let's stay on track. Let's stay on track. Okay. So in reality, we don't know what they're going to do. Obviously, this is just for speculation. This is just me kind of like, oh, you know, what are they going to do? What could they do? But okay, so no one's really entertained this possibility. We were talking about the game modes now. Let's stay on the game modes first. Let's stay on the game modes first. And then I'll talk about the possibility of a different date for the event. Okay, so let's stay on this first, and then we'll get around to that. So one thing is that there could be a free-for-all mode. There could also be like a team kill mode where you get a certain time limit, and both teams have to try to kill each other as much as possible. Like, let's say that they do it on elimination maps. Maybe it would be like elimination, but with a time limit. So instead of having one life, you could have endless lives, but whichever team gets the most kills is the one that wins. That would be fun. I'm not going to lie, that would be fun. Because respawning is an issue I have with elimination in custom games right now, is that, like, there's so much potential if you just added respawning to it, and if you added friendly fire. That it would be interesting, and then you get the possibility of, like, map maker in the future. It could be a possibility for Overwatch. You could set maybe like the win rules to whoever gets the most kills in one match will win the match. They will be the singular person that wins. So even if they don't add an all-out slugfest as a type of game mode, I feel like what they could do is they could make it so that you have this sort of I don't know, this whole you know, just different types of elimination. I feel like they could do that. But if they added respawn, and if they added time limits to elimination, and win conditions, you could do a lot with that. Albeit, the player base is supposedly still small, but the reason that some people are really turned away from custom games is because of the whole server kick issue. And we won't really go into that here, because, yeah. I mean, we can go into it later, the issue about custom games, but I'd rather talk about the event first, and then we can talk about some issues after that. I don't know why I seriously don't know why my computer's doing that. Like, don't ask. I really don't know. Supposedly it's overheating, but I don't know what's overheating it. I'm gonna have to check into that. I just want to make a video about this though, because I thought it would be a really fun topic to talk about. So, how long have I been Lucio? Jesus, what the heck? I've been Lucio for a little while now. Like, it's been a minute, you know? I mean, it really has. Crap, I am dead. I am dead meat. I am dead meat. Oh, no. That's bad. That's horrible. Oh, that's cringy. Everyone saw the cringiness of that. If I get rezzed by Mercy, I would be shocked. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. It's not going to happen. That will not happen. Nope. Okay, I hate that. You should be able to jump over those, I feel like, or jump through them. Anyway. So, that's one thing that they could do, is they could do the multiple control points, they could do the eliminations. Tell me though in the comments below what things you want to see. I guess, like, first of all, first question is, what do you want to see? Like, what new game mode do you think they will do, or what type of game mode or something? And then, what else here? Second question I would like you to put down, or second answer I'd like you to leave feedback of in the comments would be, you know, what type of skins do you think we'll see? Obviously, a lot of people are in the mindset that we'll get quote-unquote hipster Hanzo. And I can agree. I think that this would be their opportunity to make that skin. I feel like they will definitely make that skin this time around. I didn't go into it earlier, and I forgot to, because I got distracted from showing you, but Jeff Kaplan did confirm that we would get, like, 3 Hanzo legendaries this year, I believe. So, this would be an opportunity for a legendary skin. Would be this event, and then you have the Summer Games event, which Hanzo did not get a skin for the first round. And then what the other one would have to be, I guess, I don't know, some sort of, no, it would be the Halloween event. That's what it would be. I was trying to, like, pin, like, I was trying to get, like, the thought of what it would be, and I was like, okay, yeah, it's Halloween. So, no, that doesn't make sense. Because if you get 3 legendary skins, no, I forgot one. Okay, so the holiday event, the winter event, when Hanzo will get a winter skin, guaranteed it. I just guarantee that that's gonna happen probably. I feel like I should res people. Did I res anyone? Did that happen? Did that do anything? I seriously don't know. I don't think it did. Anyway, so there is something I do want to cover, is that I think so. Okay, so let's go over the Hanzo skins that we know will happen. We know he'll get a skin this event. And we also know that he'll get a skin on the Summer Games event, which will be the second skin, and then the third skin would have to be the winter event. Yeah, that's what it's called, winter event. So, okay, so you got Hanzo's just going to get the whole treatment of getting a anniversary, a summer, and a winter skin. I don't know, like, what they'll look like, but I think we could suspect we know what the anniversary skin's gonna look like. Like, Blizzard knows that Hanzo's new design is popular. They will market that. In fact, I guarantee you, by tonight, if they have not already, when I recorded this, at about 4:03, yeah, so about 4:03 p.m., if they haven't released any leaks yet, or if no one's found any leaks yet, I feel like Hanzo will be one of the leaks that gets leaked out, or he'll be in the picture that the French Overwatch leaks or something like that. Because for some reason, it's always on the Xbox store. In France, it seems like they have an issue with leaking things. I don't know why. It's very weird. They've had a tendency to do that though. Oh, everyone's going Hanzo. Okay. But they've had a tendency to leak it in France. I don't know what's with it. You know, what their dealio is. I'll save the snacking for later. My bad. I don't know what their deal is, but they always seem to leak things about Overwatch. I'm sure I'm not the only one who's noticed that. But yeah, I don't know, it'll be neat. It'll be neat to really see what happens with that. I feel like, you know, will there be a leak? Maybe they'll be so sneaky about it to the point where we won't get a trailer till it comes out. I feel like, was Junkenstein leaked? Yeah, Junkenstein was leaked. The comic was leaked. So they'll leak something. Someone will find a leak about something. Albeit we already have the, like, Overwatch loot boxes, and we saw that leak, you know. We'll get 100 items, like 100 new items that are temporary. And that'll be that. But I don't know. So this is where I want to cover the issue of, will the leak come out tomorrow? Because we don't actually know if it will. We have no clue. But there's a data mine that says that the event ends on June 5th. So according to the 3-week anniversary rule, I mean, unless it's going to be less than 3 weeks, which I doubt, then yes, it will start tomorrow at around maybe 8 o'clock or something. I don't know. We'll just have to see. Again, I'm getting ahead of myself. But I mean, if that data mine was correct, and that's if the data mine, you know, if they actually stick to it instead of deciding to delay it about a week. And again, Blizzard could delay it. You have to keep that in mind, that they could delay the event. Because the actual event date, like the actual anniversary, is either the 26th, the 22nd, or the 24th. I've seen mixed days on that. So I don't know the exact date. But it's somewhere within that range. But according to the data mine, we will be getting the event on the 16th, which is a whole week before. However, they are going to release Game of the Year edition on like the 23rd, and on the 24th they're going to release that comic book for I think $12 US that contains all of the Overwatch comics. And I don't know if it contains any more, like a special comic, but it might. And if it does, you know, I'm gonna save up. Nah, I'm probably not even gonna get it. I'm probably just going to see if it's scanned online somewhere and just read it there. But I don't know. It'll be interesting if we get a new comic for this event, because they've done event comics in the past. Like each event ever since Junkenstein did yeah. So we'll get a comic tomorrow. It's likely. I mean, it's not guaranteed, but it's very likely. So I'm considering it a possibility. And what kind of comic? I don't know. I don't think any of us know, actually. But it would be cool to see like some more Hanzo, just like what he's been up to. You know, what's going on with him. You know, I'm curious personally, and not just because he looks kind of good with his new clothes and all that. I mean, he does though. He does. You have to admit. He's looking fine. Anyway. So, oh shoot. Oh no, I'm getting cornered. Anyway. Oh frick, I hate lag because sometimes you can't actually heal when you're trying to heal. Anyway. So about the event, there should be a comic coming within like either today, tomorrow morning, tomorrow night, I don't know. I just know I'm not going to have time to play it very much, probably at first. And I'm going to be mostly doing the Nexus event. Probably the first day. So there always is that factor. Oh, group up? Why? Why are we grouping up there? We're all up here. I have a little bit of a headache now. Why do I have a headache? Ow. Oh, that's not good. There we go. That's pretty good. I was gonna say single res, no thanks. Multiple res, yeah. I'll do it. Anyway, so I think we've lost all of these rounds in this gameplay video in the background. This is actually a live recording, so I guess you can't really say gameplay video so much as it is just like a live discussion between me and myself and all of you lovely beings of the universe. That's more of what it is. If we're being plain honest here, it's really what it is. It's just a discussion between me and all of you. So again, the first question is, what do you think? What kind of skins do you think we'll get? No. The first one was, what kind of game mode do you think we'll get? What kind of skins do you think we'll get? It will be the second one. And I don't know. I want to come up with a third. What would the third be, though? I really don't know. I really have no clue. Oh, May, get back here. Oh my god, May. What are you doing? What are you doing, May? Anyway. So, there always is that. And I don't know. I'll be curious to see. I think that might be a comic that's included in the new Overwatch comic book. It says it says there's 12 comics in it. And I don't know how many there are currently. But do event comics count as comics, you know what I mean? Like, or are those excluded from that? And someone pointed out to me the other day that the Junkenstein comic, like if it was actually them, like in the past, you know, in the past, Morty, ugh, I'm burping a lot, Morty. Oh that was a single res. Oops, oopsie poopsie. All right, no, I wanted to get over there, not go. Well, anyway. So it'll be cool. It'll be cool to see what happens there. To see what comics come from the event. Now, so we know some skins. We know some Symmetra. There's gonna be a Hanzo. I doubt that there's going to be a Junkrat or Roadhog skin. And if they, let's say they ever do like a Roadhog face reveal, for that skin, I would hope that they would save it for like a Junkertown event. That's what I would hope for anyway. Simply because it just fits. Whoa, whoa, what? I got that many votes off the other team? That is nice. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I feel greatly appreciated now. Wow, that was beautiful. I'll stay as team, see who does it, if anyone does it. I don't think anyone will. I don't think anyone will. Whenever we lose, no one ever does. I don't think they get the whole concept of not everyone's going to have time to grind when the game mode comes out. Because my summer course is only going to get more intense, and I don't have all the money in the world like some people do, you know? It's like, what is a person supposed to do? I don't know. Anyway, so enough about me. Let's keep talking about this. So Junkertown event, I can see them doing maybe as the next lore event. I don't know what they'll do for it though. Maybe besides just Diva and Ana, maybe we'll get more essentially Junker skins or Wasteland skins. I want to hope anyway. I don't know if we actually will.
I'll be watching over you.
It seems like the Junker Diva skin is a legit lore skin. But okay, so what someone pointed out to me the other day was that Reinhardt's telling the story, and they're still kind of young, like the Overwatch team is when the Junkenstein story came out. And so how is Junkrat in the story? How is, you know, this alternate universe Junkrat in the story if Junkrat wasn't alive yet supposedly? I don't know. I don't know if that's true. I can't connect the timeline together right now. I need a drink. My head is starting to hurt. But I want to keep talking. I want to keep thinking, you know, what could happen? What could they do with this event? So we don't even know if it's coming out tomorrow, but it most likely is if the data mine is correct. And that's only if the data mine is correct. So again, we don't know everything. But it would be interesting. Hey, look, Mercy's looking at Arisa. Anyway, we don't know if the data mine's correct. But it most likely is, and it has, because it has been in the past. But Overwatch did kind of confirm there would be an event on their Twitter. So according to the data mines and what we know so far, the whole Game of the Year edition will probably contain, and I'm hoping they don't get anything special from it. I hope it's more like a cheaper version of Origins edition. Oh, I cannot change guns. There. I need to work on my background processes on my PC. This is really bad. This is horrible. This is cringy, actually. It's no wonder no one watches these videos. I'm just kidding. Someone's probably going to watch it just because it talks about the Overwatch anniversary event. And if you're one of those people, you know, congrats to you if you've watched this far. Good on you. I love you. You're great. You're amazing. Okay? But, so one of the things is that I feel almost like, I don't know. I hope that the event ends at the same time the last one did, where we get like an extra few hours to do it, because that was nice. That was very nice. It was very generous, especially after what happened with the whole situation where they supposedly, quote-unquote, accidentally took down the Uprising content. Wait, I still don't believe it, but you know what? That's the story that they want to go with, so we'll just roll with it. Anyway, so let's see. Like, I hope we get that extra time to get those arcade loot boxes on this event, because that's one thing I was very salty about, was when we didn't have time in this last event. So I do hope that they'll do that. I hope that they'll be nice about that. As well as I hope, I don't know, I hope that the drop rates are the same. They've been the same so far, according to the devs, and I don't know, I haven't watched the whole thing with the whole Chinese Overwatch loot box drop rates being released, but I know on the Wikipedia for Overwatch you can find the actual normal loot box drop rate, and supposedly all of the event ones so far have been the same, according to Jeff Kaplan. Some people still don't believe it. Again, we don't have any confirmation because it's not like they show us the actual code. But, you know, if they actually did do something like that where we knew the drop rate, that would be interesting. It would put a lot of the community at rest. People would still be angry about it. They would complain that the drop rates are horrible. I know that. But it would shut a lot of people up about it, and we'd see some different topics in the forums, which would be nice, actually. Because that's about half the topics when an event comes out, it seems like. They're all just topics about, oh, the event, you know, drop rate's different. What's the event drop rate? It's just like, it's supposed to be the same. I mean, we don't know for sure, but that's what we're told by the devs. And I doubt that the devs would lie. They want to be pretty reputable, I'm sure. You know, as a development team, you want to have you want to be good with your community and not lie to them. That's just a fact. So it'll be neat to see what comes of that. Now, what else is there to cover? Oh, yeah, I don't know. I guess it's the whole, I said I was going to talk about something earlier. I think it was just like if the whole event ends early, or like event end times are horrible. I made a post about it in the forums once. If you want to check that out, Ben Kazin Kerr, you know, just look for that. Anyway, so we have that issue of the event end times being inconsistent, and I hope that they address that this time. I hope that they address the exact time that it'll end, and that they're actually, like, you know, that they're actually going to be serious about that. Because the last time it ended, they didn't give a specific time, they just gave a date, and the date was wrong depending on time zones. So it's very misleading, and obviously people won't read into things much, but do you expect people to want to read into things much when they're busy grinding skins, busy enjoying the event? Busy trying to farm for Blackwatch Genji and Blackwatch Hanzo, which I ended up having to buy, mind you, because I didn't, like, I leveled up to the point of like 310 or something like that at first. I've been grinding for coins though, but I certainly think that we should get an exact time of when it'll end. Exact date, exact time. Just one time zone, that's all we need, and all of us can go and convert it and figure out exactly when it's going to end. And that better be the actual, like, when it actually ends. You know, because otherwise it's just very misleading. And that's not good on them. It doesn't reflect well on them, in my opinion. I know that they work hard, I know the game has been out for a full year, but you gotta stay consistent with your event end times. You know, you just have to stay consistent with it. I remember one event ended super early. Can't remember which one that was, though. Don't remember. No one wants to hear chewing in a mic. I get that. I am sorry. I feel like I didn't eat much, though. I'll stop. Anyway, so we have that whole thing with the event stuff. The thing with the event stuff, yeah, that's specific. I feel like Junkrat and Rogue will be confirmed as canon in... We need their backstory in a Junkertown event. I feel like that could be the next lore event. I don't know. I doubt that they'd make it PvP... Or no, PvE, though. Was that guy just running in place? I feel like he was running in place just now. I really feel like he was running in place. I could be wrong, though. Again, it's probably my lag. I could just be wrong about so many things right now. But at the same time, I might not be wrong, so we'll see what comes of that, you know? We'll see what comes. We'll see what climaxes. Yes, I just said that. No, but, for real though, I think this will be a fun event. I don't know what type of game mode they'll have, but I feel like they might experiment with the game mode type again. Or they'll make a variation on a game mode that we already have. But, and I'm not saying that they would do this, it would be interesting though if they made like a racing game mode. Ooh, that was a nice jump. if they made a racing game mode. Like, there's already a way to do it, but it doesn't encourage a lot of EXP grind. I know that's part of the issue, is that people want to get EXP, so the creators of the game modes, they have to be, you know, the official game modes, they have to be wary in how much EXP a game mode gives you. I know that's one of the factors that they have to consider, that they have to take into account when they're making a new game mode, is they have to consider the EXP. During the event, during Uprising event, I know that I just, to get all of the loot boxes I could, I have to admit I went and played Uprising non-stop. And at some point, people started figuring out like little ways to speed through it, like speedrun it. And I remember what you could do is you could play as Lucio, have Lucio as your healer, and have a good shield, of course, because Lucio is a little bit squishy sometimes. If you get cornered as Lucio, you're kind of screwed. But I don't know, Lucio is really good for speeding through the mission. I noticed that. And a lot of people figured that out, especially on the last 2 days or so, or last 24 hours of the event. A lot of people figured out, hey, let's play Lucio, you know, let's speed through, let's get as much loot boxes as we can. Which was smart of them. Yeah, I don't know, it'll be interesting to see what they do. I don't know, but I do have some ideas. I do have some ideas for what they could do. Aside from the variations on the already kind of vanilla game modes in the arcade, I feel like what they could do, and again, I know the whole like team, like everyone kills each other, free-for-all type thing, I know that that's just a variation on elimination, but I think what they could do is introduce a new game type if they did like a racing game mode. I mean, they already had Lucio Ball, which you were essentially just doing a whole soccer thing, really. It was sports. So if they can do something as ridiculous as that, then I'm sure that they could pull off like a racing game mode. There's already a way to do it in the sense that you could do it with, oh, what was it? You could make a capture the flag where you can't attack each other and you have to capture the most flags in a certain number of time. And that is a way that you can make a racing game mode, but will anyone play it if it's not, you know, one of the vanilla arcade modes? Probably not. And we all know to get, you know, to get a server up, you gotta get a bunch of AI in there so that it'll be at one of the top server listings, because it goes by, there's no rating system, it just goes by, you know, player number in the server by default. So the first ones you see are the ones with the most players and the best latency. I think that's how it goes. Or the best connection to it, rather. I'm pretty sure that's how the server listings go. Maybe it's called ping, I can't remember. But what they could do is they can make a racing game mode to where you have to reach a goal, or you have to be a bunch of Lucios, maybe a bunch of Sombras, and just go invisible, and I don't know. They could do a lot with it. Or maybe soldiers are put on the super duper speed, and you just like your speed is intense, and you just have to get to the end of an obstacle course. That would be fun. If there was like a sort of raceway, obstacle course, parkour type thing that we could play. I could see them doing that, maybe. It's not as likely, but it is something that they could do, potentially, as a game mode. It's just an idea, honestly, it's just an idea. And you all know that, I'm sure. I don't have to say that, so it's really silly of me to do so, but I don't know, I feel like that would be an interesting game mode if they added something like that. They had a game mode where you could, where it was a sort of like raceway game mode. Or parkour. I feel like that would be super cool. I know it would be hard to, I don't know, it would be nice. Just some parkour stuff, maybe like 1 or 2 maps. And you have to get to the end, or you have to like do a certain number of laps or something on it, and beat everyone. And the one who beats, you know, you have first place, second place, third place. If you don't reach those, you don't get as much EXP, but the first, second, third place winners get a lot of EXP, maybe. I feel like that would be fair. But I don't know how they'd code in the EXP. They'd have to relate it to just time-based EXP. The shorter the time, the more EXP you get. That would be cool. They should look into doing that, maybe. Just as like a side game mode or something. That would be really cool. Blizzard, hire me. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I don't know. They could do something like that. I'm just trying to come up with more things that they could do, just based on what I know. Because custom games you could do a lot with already, with all the variations of things you can have. But it certainly, there's still certainly a lot more that could be added. I don't know. I don't know what I feel like doing right now, besides playing this. I want to talk about more stuff, though. I want to talk about more stuff what they could do for these events. Come out, McCree. Come out. Come on out. Little McCree, come on. Come on, McCree. Don't fight this. Don't struggle. The more you struggle, the more painful it's going to be in the end. That was very dark. Alright. Oh. Hello. Hey, oh. Guess who just got into my trap? Oh, where are you? Where are you going, mister? Where are you going, huh? Oh, I see you up there. I see you up there. Oh, he's gonna come from around there. I feel like he's gonna come from around there. I feel like he's definitely going to come from around there. Oh my. Oh god, what is that? What are those? What is that? Is it coming around? It is. Oh, that is horrible. But it's so clever. There is a bastion up there, and I want to tell them, but I don't want to get on mic. I think they'll figure it out. I think they'll figure it out pretty quick. Hopefully quick enough. No, no, oh. No, defend it, defend it, defend it, defend it. Oh, God. Dang it. Oh, well. Anyway, so, I don't know. I think we've talked about just about everything about the event. I could be wrong. Also, be sure to tell me in my comments maybe what's going on over there. I mean, sure you can hear it. I'm sure you can hear the whoosh, like the whoosh noise that it's making. I don't know why it's overheating. Windows 10 caused it to use a lot of processing power, though. Ever since I got Windows 10, I haven't been able to do face cam and Gary's mod videos. I haven't been able to do as much with OBS with Windows 10. I feel like that's definitely an issue that's arisen due to OBS. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking. We've talked about the event. We've talked about some predictions. So the first question I want you to answer is, what type of game mode do you think will be added? What kind of skins do you think will be added? And I guess that's really it. Just 2 things. It's not bad. I would like some feedback, though, in the comments for once. That would be greatly appreciated. I'm not going to lie. That would be greatly appreciated, indeed. So, anyway, I'm going to go grind some more. I might record, I might not. We'll just see what happens. It makes my PC overheat, though, so I might just not record it. I'm not sure, though. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Anyway, if you like this video, you know, like, comment, subscribe, or favorite, or whatever you feel is necessary. And by the way, one announcement I do want to make is that we have a Discord server now for discussion. You can join us in Overwatch. You can talk about LGBTQ stuff, social justice issues, all that. And just go enjoy yourself. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, or favorite, or whatever you feel is necessary, and I will see all of you lovely beings universe in whatever I upload next. By the way, the link for the Discord is in the description. You gotta look for it. I'm not gonna make it easy. You gotta look for it, though. It's easy to find. Don't worry about it. Anyway, bye-bye.